So I've been saying sometimes in my videos that true love doesn't actually hurt. What actually hurts is the issues, the traumas, the problems of those people who try to enter relationships, but they have not fully looked in the mirror and they have not fully taken care of their past issues, past traumas. And I've mentioned this many times in my YouTube videos as well as in my Instagram stories, that the fact that when people cannot fully be there for you, they cannot see you, they cannot hear you, if they have their own demons within them still basically ruling their lives without them being aware that they have those demons, they are not aware of their own issues. And it seems that very commonly, very typically, when we're sensitive empaths, highly sensitive people, we're chosen ones of God. We're triggering people's demons. We're triggering their issues, their traumas, and then they project them onto us and try to make it like it's our problem. And then it's our job to understand that it's not our problem, that we cannot be responsible, especially we cannot be responsible for other people who don't even know us and who don't reciprocate any of that empathy and respect and love and care, or whatever it is that you've been giving to those kinds of people. It doesn't matter how many you have had them in your life. When you are a sensitive person and you have been trusting these people and giving them your attention, love and care and whatever it is, the question is, do they actually value it? But yeah, so I was saying that typically and commonly it seems that very painfully, in a very traumatizing manner, we are attracting these toxic people. Doesn't matter what the reason is, but it happens. So there has to be some reason for it. We have to be able to explain these situations to ourselves so that we can learn how to live, how to function in this world. Because it's difficult enough when you are a starseed, you are a sensitive soul, empath, highly sensitive person, because you feel that you're always the sponge for other people's problems and issues, and then you become sick and ill and depressed and anxious and scared to leave your home, for example, because you've been so attacked. So this story is especially for those of you sensitive souls out there, old souls, who actually want to manifest and attract and create that true love relationship, but you haven't managed to do so yet. And you've been battling against many, many toxic people all your life, starting with your narcissistic parents, and you have been the family scapegoat like I was as well. So it's important, again, to understand your own value and worth. Where do you stand in your own life? Making conscious choices, becoming aware of the past, but also making peace with it. Because again, we have to be making peace with a lot of people. We have to be blocking off the wrong ones, the toxic ones, and we have to set our boundaries. We have to stand in our value, in our worth. Because you just have to. That's how God is intending it to be. So, because these avoidant, emotionally unavailable, even narcissistic, even psychopathic people are immature. They do not take responsibility and accountability of their actions. Again, a healthy adult can do that. A healthy man, a healthy woman takes accountability and responsibility of how they are treating others, how they are making others feel. And they do apologize authentically, that they actually mean the apology, and don't just walk away and hurt people and traumatize people out of nowhere. So, yes, as much as we can be encountering them for one reason or another, these kinds of people, when we're sensitive people, doesn't mean that it's acceptable. So, a kind reminder that it is just the fact that those kinds of people who have not been looking at themselves in the mirror fully. They have not healed their issues, their traumas, whatever it is that they are projecting onto you, their pain. And they are basically treating you as their caretaker, as their parent, assuming that you would just fix all their problems. So there has to be a realization of your worth, of your value as a sensitive person. Otherwise, it's not going to be ending. These kinds of people do not change unless they really, truly have to start looking in the mirror. But they have to start facing their issues. So again, it's not your fault. It's not your problem to fix. You should not be their caretaker, their parent. Let them deal with their own issues. If they are being mean and abusive towards you, disrespectful, let them just be. If they come back to you and then they can be more decent towards you and they are not being hurtful and toxic, then you can see from that situation, you can see onward. But you have to stand on business with these sorts of people. And just be remembering, that just because you are an empath, you don't need to be a human sponge. You have a human worth and value as well. And so true love in itself does not hurt, it heals. But again, if people have issues, they can love you, but they have many, many, many issues, traumas, problems. Their exes destroyed their lives, broke their hearts, cheated on them, they have trust issues. You can have these sorts of issues as well, but you are different in that way because you don't go around projecting them onto other people intentionally. You might make mistakes, we all make mistakes, but then you take accountability and responsibility. You are not abusive. So that is a huge difference between you and this sort of a person who's trying to sort of like love you, but then they are being toxic and hurtful and abandoning you when you feel that you need them the most, because you deserve to have that healthy attention. And so many people don't even understand what real true love is. So one of my core missions is to talk about it, and that is why I have felt called to also talking about it, mentioning that true love does not hurt. It's people's issues that hurt. But then of course, in those situations, if you are experiencing both true love and deep attachment, deep feelings from a person, but they're also having these issues, these traumas, whatever it is that they're dealing with, all you can do is try to be there for them. But you have to set your boundaries. Like I was just saying in a short video just a while ago, that even though you're dealing with true love, you still have to set your boundaries. Because you deserve a healthy relationship, especially after all the trauma that you have already gone through in your life as a sensitive person. Okay, now that I'm recording this, apparently there's something up with this Instagram filters today. They just changed all of a sudden. So I'm like, what the F is going on? But bear with me. So anyway, my message is that, we can be encountering those toxic people, which is just a part of this painful reality in this 3D world. But again, it's our job to remember that they need to carry their own issues. We should not be carrying them for them. No matter how much you've been the family scapegoat, you've been always taking care of other people's needs, making sure that everyone is okay and happy and whatever. You have always been loving to help people. That is your kind nature. That's your empathetic nature, because you understand. You love to be there for those who you care about. So if you're battling with heartbreak right now as a sensitive old soul, and you feel like there's no true love for you out there, and you're like, is this love or what is this? Is this just toxic? Honestly, if they do not respect your boundaries, if you cannot talk your way out of it with that person, it's not leading anywhere. You're only hurting yourself. So then it's better to just, step back and detach and focus on yourself. I know these things are not easy. That is why I'm here to help. That is why I create my content and offer my sessions, and also my self-help book will help you. So again, you're not alone with these issues, and you do deserve love, because it's so easy to start believing that there is nobody out there for you and you're just supposed to suffer alone endlessly. So again, a reminder also about the fact that when people say that love is not enough and that love hurts, as it is mentioned in love songs, very often, very commonly as well. So again, I just want to remind you of the fact that, of course it can hurt if there are issues, and it's not your fault. They can be intentionally and not intentionally projecting them onto you. If they take accountability and responsibility, then of course that is the best thing that they can do towards you. But until that, just remember that, it's not love that hurts, it's their issues that hurt. And you did not deserve another heartbreak.